Yerr.
Yerr.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Yerr Sports Show. It is me, it's your boy, Big Baby. And to my left,
You got, my name is Larry Morgan, one word, modern day Magi, the living legend. Here, talk about some sports. What's up, y'all? Yerr.
to my right,
It's your girl, Tavia Regina, the queen. Yerr.
Yerr.
and across from me, our special guest host, since BK Matt is here in spirit, celebrating his father's birthday. Shout out to his father.
Shout out to his father, bro.
Happy birthday, Daddy Matt, I guess.
Big Mac.
Matt
Big
Daddy.
Matt.
Daddy Mac sounds mad nasty.
Oh, well, she can say that. We
Right.
can't.
We
bro.
can't say
I
that.
meant like Matt's dad.
That's Daddy Matt. Oh man.
That's like that. Remember when Viscera was Big Daddy V, and then he was rolling around with Matt Stryker, and Viscera was beating somebody. He was like, "Yeah, that's it, Daddy. That's it." I was like, "Whoa!"
He was like, "This is the world's greatest love
Yo,
machine." Viscera.
Yuck.
Please tell us who you are.
Oh, what's up, everybody? My name is Sir Wilkins of the Jobbeteers podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me on the Yerr podcast.
Yerr.
He's actually our producer, guys.
No, I'm
He's
just a guy that they decided to let me on. Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
He's random. We picked him up off the street. And
Yeah.
He was bagging
He said-
groceries.
I was back at groceries like Kurt Water.
and then John Starks. All the greats bag groceries before they become legends.
I have my feelings about John, anyways. John
Yeah,
Starks.
a lot of us do,
I mean, he dunked on Jordan, but
right? And then he fumbled the bag against Houston.
Yeah.
He
Definitely
took us
fumbled.
there. No,
he took us there.
He took us
He just
there.
couldn't. He just couldn't hit a.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like getting to the goal line and then fumbling the ball.
That's happened before.
I've seen that happen sometimes, bro. Like, oh boy.
Tennessee Titans. Remember when they
Oh, wait, he didn't fumble. He
he just missed it by like a few inches.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, ugh, that's tough.
Which happened to San Francisco and Seattle game, the last game of the season. Inches, bro.
Inches.
A game of inches, bro.
That's tough.
Yo, one of my favorite movies is Any Given Sunday, and that speech that Al Pacino does
Yeah.
is one of my favorite like motivational speeches. I say it to my clients sometimes. I send it to them. Like, life is about a game of inches. You need to lose weight. Stop eating like shit.
Yeah.
And they go, okay, Wilkins. I guess we're starting now.
Yeah, no, we're definitely starting now after that. So let's go a little bit into the news. So we're going to start off with the college football championship game. We have
LSU.
the LSU Tigers
Versus the Clemson Tigers.
the Clemson
I'll
Tigers.
bet you $1 billion the Tigers win.
Hey, that's a good bet. Tigers versus Tigers.
Yeah.
Which Tigers are going to win? We can start with you, Mr. Larry Morgan.
What happened was LSU advanced in their game against Oklahoma, against Jalen Hurts in Oklahoma, and a lot of people thought Ohio State was gonna advance against Clemson. We was on our group chat talking. Shout out to Austin Kennelly, shout out to Romeo.
Yeah.
Romeo's an LSU fan. Austin Kennelly's an Ohio State fan. They've been
Z.
talking shit all season as if they were on a collision course. Here we go.
Sorry, guys. Let's play some LSU on pregame.
Oh, no. That's not the LSU song we're going to play. Hold on.
LSU.
No.
We gonna play some LSU.
No, that's not. No. Turn that off. They don't want to hear that.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Shout out to Romeo, bro. You gotta listen to this fucking episode, man.
You do.
This one is- Yeah, man. So a lot of people thought it was gonna come down to LSU and Ohio State. We all thought they was on a collision course. Everybody thought they was on a collision course, but Clemson pulled it off. Clemson is on I think 34-game winning streak right now.
Something along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, and that kid Trevor Lawrence hasn't lost yet, bro. All he knows how to do is win. He hasn't lost a college fucking game yet, bro.
It's going to be sad when the first game he loses, he's going to be so hurt. If he loses...
It might be
this
on
week-
Monday.
this
Is he
Monday-
going into the draft?
No, not this year.
No.
He's got one more year because he's just a sophomore. He's a true sophomore, bro.
Okay.
It means he's 19 years old, bro.
Oh, he would die in
20
the
years
NFL.
old. Oh yeah, he's too
Yeah.
skinny. He needs to get bigger.
Murder,
I said that.
death, kill, homicide, all of that.
Yeah, you're going against Vonnie Millers and Luke Kinkleys and fucking
JJ Killer Watt.
yeah, man. God damn, Aaron Donalds. God. Whew.
Yes. Oh my God.
So who you guys got for this game?
I have LSU. LSU, I believe they have won the past 5 games against what was it? It was a crazy stat that I posted on the Yerr page, but they've been on a roll as well, and their quarterback, the Heisman winner, he's just, what is his name again? His name is slipping my mind.
Joe Burrow.
Yes, Joe Burrow.
Broadway Burrow.
Broadway
Joe. The new Broadway Joe, bro.
Yeah, he's dope.
He's a beast, and we're gonna shout out the future Cincinnati Bengal. Goddamn,
Yo, I think we spoke about this not too long ago, like amongst each other, and like imagine you being the best college player
and you
winning
just
a
know.
Heisman.
You know where you're going.
You're like, yo, this is the greatest feeling ever.
And you know
and
where
then
you're
you're
going.
drafted to Cincinnati.
You know where you're going. You know what's funny? Like on draft night, the motherfuckers who know they're getting drafted top 5, top 10, they're always like the ones crying and stuff when they get drafted. I'm like, bro, you knew you were getting drafted
Right,
for
to a terrible
fucking
ass
months.
team.
Right.
You know who should be crying? The Lowsmen. The motherfuckers who get drafted late in the 7th round.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are the ones who should be balling, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You may never see them on the field.
That and they're like, God damn, I made a team. Shit, you know. So that always gets me. So that's gonna be a good game. Actually, it's gonna be a surprisingly good game. But I think I don't think Clemson has anything for LSU. I've seen LSU play a number of times this year, and they're good on every level, every facet of the game. Offensive line, quarterback, obviously he's a Heisman winner. Receivers, all levels on defense, they're good. From the D line in the trenches to the linebackers, the DBs, their special teams is good. They're just, I don't see a weakness in LSU. I really don't. So
I think. I found the stat. So LSU is 5-0. Was 5-0 against top 10 teams. First team to beat 5 top 10 teams before the bowl season since 1943.
Yeah, that's
They've
a
been
good stat.
on a roll.
yeah, LSU is a bad motherfucking team. That's one of the
Right.
baddest teams I've seen this last decade. We're only 10, 11 days into this decade. But that's one of the baddest motherfucking teams I've seen in the 2000s and 2010s. That team is up there with the Alabamas and early Miami Hurricanes,
Yeah.
Florida State. This LSU team they're better than the LSU team that won the national championship. I believe, what year was that? 2000. Romeo knows.
Romeo knows. He'll
Romeo definitely
update
knows.
us. Let's not say it wrong before he
Before
he tears this up.
I know it was about. I think I want to say I don't want to get it wrong. I think it was 13 or 12 or 13.
Yeah. But as we move forward, we're going to stay on football, and we're going to go into the NFL.
Oh.
The NFL, the playoffs. Wild card weekend was last weekend, and we had a lot of great games. We had Bills versus the Texans, and the Texans barely scraped that one out, 19-22.
They came back and won.
The Titans upset the Patriots. That means
Right.
there is no Tom Brady chance to be in the Super Bowl.
Patriots
this
fans,
year.
I got a question for you. Do you remember? It's been 7 days. Do you remember? Remember what? Say you. Remember the Titans.
That was good.
That Sunday, the Vikings beat the Saints. There was a little bit of controversy in that game
Again.
as well. It's
Again.
always
Saints.
controversy
Saints
when the
always-
Saints in the playoffs.
man.
It's always. And the Seahawks dispatched Sir Wilkins Eagles 17-9.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. There was no need to say Sir Wilkins Eagles because the reason why
Talk
they
about it.
no, hold on. I think people don't understand. Seahawks are overrated.
Okay.
Seahawks are overrated. They're just like the Packers. The only thing they got going for them is their quarterback.
Sounds
Yes
real,
or no? Yes or
sounds
no?
real Packerish.
No.
real
It's the
Packerish.
only thing they got going on is their quarterback.
Well,
And I
Aaron
said
Jones is a beast as a what is he? A
wide receiver.
Yeah.
Wide receiver. No, he's doing his thing. I think he's at over 1,000 yards this
Yeah,
season.
so
He did
we
his
can't-
thing.
We can't shit on him either.
I'm not gonna shit on him, but I'm just gonna be. Let's be honest with you. Let's be honest with ourselves. The Seahawks should have dismantled the Eagles last week.
That's what I was thinking.
Majority of our team is like
Depleted.
practice squad.
Yeah.
We were talking about bagging groceries. A lot of their receivers
Now,
bagging
people
groceries.
have argued. Let's say our defense is somewhat still there. Our front seven is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Our front seven is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Our offense, trash. We have no wide receivers.
Yep.
Our running back, okay. Our O line, I think we have like 2 people out, so you can kind of argue. But we had Josh McCown with a torn hamstring.
Yeah.
Torn hamstring.
Josh McCown has a daughter old enough to take me to the bar and buy me around the shots.
Exactly.
His daughter is the same age as Sam Darnold, and they brought that up on Sam Darnold's rookie career.
Exactly.
Funny.
God.
And the thing is, what really got me about was like, yo, they, whatever, but, they lost. No. Seahawks should have dismantled us, give us a wedgie, and kicked us to the curve.
I don't think so.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
It's always
because at the end of the day, the Eagles are known for having that champion spirit, no matter if they have a depleted line or whatever. At the end of the day, you can't count anybody out who won their division. You get what I'm saying?
No.
So even though the NFC East is the weakest division in the entire NFL, but you have to give the Eagles some credit.
No, I'll give them credit because we did our thing.
Right.
But once again, we're putting, it's like you said, it's the weakest division. Well, we're putting the Seahawks on a higher pedestal than the Eagles.
Right.
So you being on that higher pedestal, you should have done a better job because there were times during that game that Josh McCown, if he was 10 years younger, he could have ran for that first down. If he was 10 years younger, the ball would have gotten a certain spot. And there was times when the wide receivers literally dropped the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
I don't even think 10 years younger. It was just like, if he didn't have that torn hammy, he would have been straight.
exactly. So it's I get what you're saying, where it's like that fighting spirit, but the Seahawks are on another level of prestige and of talent level because overall their talent was better. Maybe they took the Eagles lightly, but we only lost by basically a score.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, but the thing is, I guess because I watched the season finale between the Seahawks and the 49ers, and I started to see the holes in their offense and their defense. So when I went into the Eagles game, I didn't look at it with high expectations. I'm like, look, they could very easily upset the
If
Seahawks, and I
Carson
felt
was
that way.
playing, I believe we would have won.
And I think the
I
Seahawks
don't
were
think so.
the Seahawks were going through some injuries as well, but not to the point where they.
I smell excuses, niggas.
Oh, I'm not
I
giving
smell
excuses. I'm not
Carson,
giving excuses.
you know me. Carson Wentz let y'all down.
No, I'm not giving
Carson
excuses.
Wentz let them down.
He should have stayed in the fucking game.
I
You got to
don't
get the
care.
hell up and play, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What was his injury?
A
A
Concussion.
concussion. You got a fucking headache. Oh, I got a headache. I got to leave.
And this
Get
was
the
his
fuck
time to
out of here,
prove.
man. And this was
This
your
was his
time to
time to
goddamn
prove.
prove.
But would they have let him go?
Here's the thing about that.
No,
People was
they
like,
wouldn't let him go.
and people are like, oh, they wouldn't let you go. Dog, you got to get the fuck up, bro. You can't give them a chance to fucking point and say, oh, he's hurt. Go look at him. Dog, there was times when I was playing football and I couldn't breathe. Dog, I take a shot to the ribs, elbow, whatever. I'm getting the fuck back up because I don't want the trainers to be like, oh, you hurt? You hurt? Go cut. Nah, fuck. I can't get you. I have to be on the
This was
field,
Carson
bro.
Wentz's time.
No,
to prove
you're right.
gotta
You're right.
stand up, bro.
You're right. You're
that
right.
He was better than
but
Nick
I don't know
Foles.
if concussion
He didn't do
protocols are
that.
different now.
Oh, it is.
Where they're gonna
No,
pull you out the game
it
if
is
they see
different.
something.
Yeah,
But-
but they don't know that you got a concussion when
Exactly.
you're there
Get the
immediately.
fuck up,
You
bro.
have to pass protocol.
He
on the
sat there.
line.
He laid there.
He laid
bro,
there
you
for a
coulda-
few
You
minutes,
could have
yeah.
got up, man. You
you-
let your team.
It was helmet to helmet though,
You
bro.
took it was barely helmet to helmet. He took the easy way out. I give McCown a lot of respect. He left it all out on the
he
field.
did.
and that's the reason why I was like, yo, he did a solid job, but once again, Seahawks should have ate us alive.
Yeah.
and then that's what I'm saying, that they're overrated. Because they're giving the props of what they are. But we can move on because we got to talk about the divisional playoffs.
So-
And I can talk more shit about them.
So, as we go into the divisional round, as we are recording this podcast, it is now 7-7 Vikings,
7-up, Vikings,
49ers. How do you guys think that game is going to go? Just quick predictions on who will win. Tavia, start first.
I think the Vikings.
Yeah.
I think they're going to upset the 49ers.
I don't even think
What I
it's
saw last week, the Vikings have the workings of being that kind of underdog team that the Eagles were when they won the Super Bowl a couple years back. So I'll
Talk
go
about
with
it.
I'll
Talk
go
about
with
it, Queen. Talk about it, Queen. Eagles, we fly high.
So
I'm not an Eagles fan, but I'll give you that much.
Of course she's not. She's a Giants fan.
So
All
we'll,
day.
Fuck the Giants.
No,
you know,
never.
we keep it-
Don't come up on this podcast talking about fuck the Giants,
Exactly,
okay?
man.
You better take that shit over there
listen. I'll be.
to the Rocky stairs, bro.
Well, we
Like,
got to play the horse shit for you to eat. That's what y'all do.
yeah, because y'all watching the playoffs the same place we are on the damn couch. Anyways,
Wilkins,
I
who
got
do
the
you-
Vikings.
Wilkins.
Who do I have?
49.
I have the Vikings.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't think 49ers, well, they have a few veterans on the team, but a lot of them don't have that. They got a week off.
Yeah.
And a week off, especially for certain players, has an effect on them. And the Vikings are hot right now. They're hot, and they're going into another game where they got it's you gotta love football. It's a winner. It's win or lose.
Yeah.
That's it. So you come off a win. You're on that high. 49ers are coming off their couch.
Well, not necessarily.
Not necessarily,
They were
but
training,
they
you
come.
know,
They're
2 weeks.
not a lot of people. Sometimes people go on boats
Oh my god!
and take pictures with Trey Songz. Hey, you see what happens after.
That ended Victor
So-
Cruz's career, basically.
Yeah.
He hasn't
Shout out
been
to
the same.
Vic.
Yeah.
So, but once again, I think the Vikings are so hot right now. The momentum is on their side, and from what we're looking at the score right now, 7-7, the 49ers need to punch them in the mouth to get them off that high. But I don't think the 49ers have that capacity right now to do that.
Right.
Larry.
Believe it or not, I'm going to go 49ers.
Oh my God!
I'm going to go 49ers, man. Man, that defense is insane, man. Like I've always I credited their GM John Lynch a lot. He rebuilt that team, bro. He rebuilt that team from scratch. And man, they're good, man. They're good on defense. Their front seven is good. They remind me of Jim Harbaugh's 49ers from 2011, 2012, 2013 with that front seven defense, and they had the game manager Alex Smith, which in this case would be Jimmy Garoppolo, but I think he's a little tad bit better than Alex Smith was. So this team reminds me of that team, and that team almost went all the way. They got upset by my Giants in the NFC Championship.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm going to go, I think the 49ers pull it off in the end.
I think Niners as well, only because because of the hype around them right now.
Yeah.
I would give it to the Vikings. I don't trust Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true
I don't
too.
trust Kirk Cousins
That's
to
what
get
it
the
is,
job
too.
done.
Yeah, he's a cringer.
Yeah,
He's a cringer.
I need to stop sleeping on my man Kirk, man.
Captain Kurt
He's a
is
good
Captain
quarterback,
Trash sometimes.
He's a
So,
solid quarterback.
yeah.
But he's like seasonal. Like
Yeah,
sometimes
like-
he's not like
If
Jimmy
it- if
Garoppolo
the-
is more of a solid, consistent. He's putting up consistent numbers.
Yeah, if the wind blows too hard,
Yeah.
oh no.
Kirk Cousins-
intercepted.
yeah, he
like,
flops.
come on. But as we continue on,
Yeah.
Texans, Chiefs. Who do you have, Mr. Larry Morgan?
That's a good one, man.
Great one.
That's a
one I'm
great
looking
game.
forward to.
And that's the game. Yeah, we're all looking forward to that
Yeah.
game. That's going to be a real good game. That's going to be a solid game. Texans show they had fight in them last week. They got the piss beat out of them by Buffalo in the first half. That was a tale of two halves.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give it away, but I'm going to talk about this game a little bit later in one of the segments. But Texans, they came back. They show they have fight. Deshaun Watson, they got some ballers over there, man. I think the Chiefs pull it off in Kansas City, though, because that's a loud stadium to play in. It may be warm here in New York City, but it's cold. It's gonna be cold there, you know. So
It's Middle America, baby.
yeah, man, it's gonna be good. The barbecue is gonna be out. They're gonna be tailgating, man. I don't know when we play the Chiefs again. I think it's
Eventually.
2021. I want to say that we played the Giants play the Chiefs again, and I think it will be in Kansas City. I want to go, bro, because I want to go to one of their tailgates, bro.
Kansas City has great
They
barbecue.
got great
Oh,
barbecue,
you guys
man.
don't want to go to the Bills tailgate?
I want to go there.
I want to
too,
go to
bro.
Bills
When they
tailgate.
jumping through tables
But
and shit?
we don't play them again until 4 years. Well, 3. We don't play them again until 2023.
Not even preseason?
Not preseason.
Oh, wow.
Our preseason is normally Patriots, Jets, and like two other
Some
like
big booty bitches.
yeah.
The fuck?
No,
Well, since Wilkins brought up big booty bitches, this is your turn. Who do you think, Texans or Chiefs?
Chiefs, man. Andy Reid, baby. Andy Reid, baby.
Yeah, he definitely an Andy Reid guy.
Andy Reid. I need him to get a ring before I die or before he dies.
Yeah, whichever's first.
You know.
I think he's first, bro. I think Andy Reid is.
Tavia.
For me, this is the Chiefs' year to take it all the way. Let me tell you why.
That's good.
They last year, the Patriots stopped them in the second half on their way to the Super Bowl. Right. This is the Chiefs' year to lose or to win. So if the Chiefs, I think whoever takes this game takes it for me.
Okay.
So I'll go blindly with the Chiefs.
I think the Texans come out of this game, and I don't think the Chiefs' offensive line can hold up against J.J. Watt.
Don't your brother play for the Texans?
No, he plays for Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He plays for Seattle.
Your brother plays for Seattle?
Yes, defensive end Shakir Soto. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Your real
Big
brother?
Goat.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
His real
my
brother.
real brother. Yes,
Oh, okay.
we're all kind of built the same. He's just not effing you. I'm effing you. My other brother's effing you, but that's another story, another time.
Full brother?
Full brother.
Oh, okay.
Well, half brother. Different moms.
So, okay.
Hey, ain't no such thing as half brothers in my family.
No,
we brothers, we sisters,
No,
bro.
that's why I
Either
said-
we brothers or we sisters.
Yeah,
that's
ain't
how-
no half
that's how,
bullshit,
that's how I
bro.
see it too. That's how
Yeah.
I see it too.
Nah, I just had to clarify. Like,
Oh, yeah.
No,
Nah,
we don't have the
Because
same
some
mother,
people
but
feel
that's
like
not-
if it comes from the same mother, you're full. But if it comes from different mothers, you're half.
I don't give a fuck.
I
Nah, it's the same
know-
shit.
Yeah, it's the
Same
same. For
shit.
me,
But
mother-
I was just curious. Like, damn, nigga.
If we got one,
Y'all in the same
parent-
house together?
If we got one
I wish-
parent,
I
bro,
wish.
and common, bro, then
Yeah.
we got one mutual parent. We're brothers with sisters. Fuck that.
Right.
Yo.
Yeah, but I think Deshaun Watson puts on the show against the Chiefs.
Let's talk about how black this playoff is.
Oh man,
Oh, man.
Black. Extra black right
I'm
now.
black, y'all, and
I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Yo, is Jimmy Garoppolo black?
No.
No,
What is he, like, Middle Eastern?
Italian.
Oh.
he's Italian.
Yeah, he got a little tan on him.
I know he's Italian.
It's supposed to really. It's supposed. I don't know where they get this Garoppolo from, but anybody from Brooklyn knows that if you have an Italian last name like that, it's Garoppolo, not Garoppolo. So
Well, that's the way they pronounce it.
That's not the way they pronounce it. He lets that shit
It's supposed to
slide.
be
Yeah.
Garoppolo.
He lets that shit slide.
It's Garoppolo.
Like if I didn't hear them pronounce it and somebody just wrote it down and be like Garoppolo, I would say Garoppolo as
Garoppolo.
well.
Yeah,
but
but
I've
he's-
been
he's
hearing them
Italian.
pronounce it. So
Garoppolo.
So we move on. Seahawks, Packers, Tavia. Quick take. Who you got winning?
I got Packers winning.
Wilkins.
I think Jones is gonna put on a clinic.
he has
we
to.
can tell you who
Yeah.
Wilkins gonna pick.
Wilkins.
I was going to say Seahawks. No, I'm fucking talking shit. Packers.
I knew it.
Overrated ass fucking Seahawks. I love Russell. I love Russell. But the team ain't got nothing besides Russell. And I love Aaron Rodgers, though.
Larry.
I'm gonna go Seahawks, bro.
Ooh,
Russell,
spicy.
and they got a slightly better defense. So defense wins games, man. I say Seahawks and Niners and the NFC Championship. That rematch 3 times, man.
I can see that too.
The rubber match.
I go Seahawks as
Yeah.
well. Now, the game a lot of people are talking about.
yeah.
Titans and Ravens. Again, we're not going to spend too much time on it, but me personally, I think the Ravens gonna do their thing. It's so hard to contain that Ravens offense. If your quarterback has an arm and can move outside the pocket, just like that Jackson is doing, he is, like I said, he's amazing. He is our generation's Michael Vick, with like buffed up,
And bigger and stronger than Michael
Bigger and
Vick, too.
stronger.
Yeah.
And he goes through his reads.
Oh yeah.
definitely goes through his read. Not Michael Vick, who does like, all right, I'm out.
First option's not there. Oh, cool. Let's run.
What's the first option? I'm the first option.
Low key, what a lot of people don't understand, Kaepernick did the same thing. First person's not open. Oh, let me try to run.
Yeah, but the
Lots of-
difference between Jackson and Kaepernick, that
Jackson's actually
better.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jackson's
Jackson's
pretty
actually good.
better. He's not. No, I'm not. I'm saying he's better. I'm not saying Colin Kaepernick was trash. I'm just saying Jackson is better.
I might be saying that.
He's saying
We can pick
Cap
that up
is
in
shot.
another. We can
Yes.
we can do a whole nother segment on that because I got about 15 quarterbacks that Kaepernick is better than. That's heading teams right now. But
That's
anyway,
starting?
That's starting.
Oh, hell
Kaepernick-
no.
Oh hell! All right,
All right, we gonna say this for another
about
episode.
10. About 10.
Wilkins.
All
Who
right.
do you got? Wilkins.
Who do I got?
Yes.
Who do you think I got?
Ravens.
No, tight. It is definitely the Ravens. Yes.
Man, I think it's the Titans, bro.
No.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
I think it's an upset, bro. I think it's an upset. I think they pull off an upset.
Yo,
Hot take like Cheetos, baby.
JJ from the True Hill spot.
Shout out to
Hills
him.
would
Yeah, he's a Titans fan.
He's probably doing cartwheels right now.
He
'cause
is a
said
Titans
that.
fan.
I never met a Titan. You know, I almost became a Titan fan
Did you?
years ago when I was trying to pick a football team.
Right. It's hard to pick New York teams because they're always bad.
No, well, the reason why I started playing Madden, and then I finally understood how to play football. Like, I understood the rules of football.
That's
So
how
then
I
I was,
figured it out.
so I was like, oh shit, this is great to watch. This is exciting. I was like, let me pick a football team. And I didn't want to pick anything from New York, but I also wanted a team with a black quarterback. So I was gonna pick the Titans because they had Steve McNair.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, Philly's closer. I picked Donovan is there, and Donovan was lighting it up at the time.
Was, man, he was. Donovan
So I almost became a Titan fan.
Tavia.
I have the Ravens in this one. The Ravens is not the Patriots this year. The Patriots was obviously weakened. They didn't look the same way, and they had Tom Brady literally had nobody to throw the ball to, but Ravens.
You sound like Giselle.
But he really. But to be honest with you, like he doesn't have his weapons like he did. I think that magic with Belichick Brady, I think is coming to an end. But they're not the Ravens. The Ravens are gonna steamroll the Titans to me.
And the legendary Larry Morgan. Who do you have?
I'm gonna go Ravens, but I will say the Titans are damn good. Now we don't get to watch Titans games a lot in New York City
At all.
So I believe it was week 14 or something, and they were showing the playoff picture. And at that time, I believe the Titans was they had 8 wins, bro. At that time, they were 8-6 or something like that. And I was like, yo, they're 8-win team? I had just assumed they were like 4 and fucking, you know?
Yeah, fact.
I was like, because I don't pay attention a lot to the Titans. I'm like, they 8 wins? They're like, yeah, and they're in the playoff. I'm like, oh, shit. And I got to watch them last week. That Derrick Henry, man, he is a beast, bro.
That's the reason why I think they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's a beast. And then Tannehill is a good quarterback, what I've been telling people.
I didn't know how good Tannehill was.
Because the thing is,
He's in
even
Miami,
though, like quickly, I know, like Lamar is like a video game.
Yeah,
So is Derrick Henry.
Right.
yeah, he's a beast running back, bro.
Like his video game stats he got, bro.
The Ravens are gonna eat them alive.
I have the Ravens winning because of Lamar Jackson,
They're gonna
obviously,
eat them alive.
and because man, and
Sorry.
Ravens got a team, bro. Come on, man. Mark Ingram, the running, I think, who is arguably the best running back in the NFL. I said it, Mark Ingram, bro. But I've been saying this for a long time, and I want to shout out Ryan Tannehill, bro. I've been saying he's a good quarterback for a long time, and he was just in the system in Miami and was about to get written off as a bust. Same thing that was going to happen with Jared Goff before he got a coach, a solid coach, you know, and Sean McVay. Tannehill, he goes to Tennessee. He gets written off as, oh, he's just a backup. Tennessee, okay, we're going to pick him up. He's going to back up Mariota. He winds up taking his spot, bro. Legitimately.
I thought Mariota got injured. That's how he got the spot. I didn't know it was like they competed in training camp and he got it.
No, he took his spot not mid-season, but I think it was like week 4 or some shit like that. Because Manningham wasn't playing that good. And he was like, okay, let's throw in right.
Who came into that? It was him and Winston were like the top 2.
Yes, Mario.
And they both suck.
Yeah, Jameis Winston just throws the ball and hopes for the best.
But I tell you, if you have him on your fantasy football team, you're getting those points.
No, that's a fact.
That's a
Because he
those
has
yards
garbage.
is crazy.
He has
Oh
garbage
yes,
points.
those yards are crazy, but also the damn the minuses.
The
and
turnover.
Is
interceptions,
it-
like,
yeah,
Now,
ridiculous.
I know we're about to talk about staff changes, but is Winston having a bad quarterback coach is the problem? Because like we just said, he throws for a lot of yards. He has 30 touchdowns this season.
Yeah, that's like
If you get off of the 30 interceptions he has, those are some good numbers.
yeah.
Now, is it staffing? That's the problem. Is he not having the right coach that's going to teach him how to become a better quarterback, or do we blame it on him?
Blame it on him at this point.
Well, Bruce Arians is the head coach over there. He's a damn good head coach. He won Coach of the Year. Oh, God, years just escaped me. But I think it was 2011.
But the thing
or
is,
12.
sometimes it's not the coach.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
what
you
I'm
need a
saying.
quarterback coach.
It's a coordinator.
It's a coordinator, offensive
Because
coordinator,
it's a
or then
coordinator.
it's not the right system for him.
Yeah.
But do they run a West Coast? No, they don't run. They don't run West Coast. This is an idea. I mean, we can go into staff changes. If you,
49ers just scored. It's 14-7 now.
14-7, yeah.
14-7.
Yeah.
Okay, so staff changes. A lot has went on this year.
The Cowboys finally got rid of Jason Garrett.
Yes.
The clapper.
The clap on.
Hey, yo, I'm not
Jason
even going to sit
Garrett.
there and lie. I'm sitting here thinking, yo, the Giants better not.
So let's
They
talk
better
about
not, bro.
that.
Joe
So
Judge.
they signed a wide receiver coach from the Pats named Joe Judge. Never heard of this guy. He sounded like he was bagging groceries too at one point in time. And for an offensive coordinator, they're thinking about getting Jason Garrett.
Well, they were thinking about it, but Joe Judge
Yeah.
was he wants to bring in some of his staff. He was actually the Patriots special teams coordinator, and they definitely had some good special team returners over the years. You know, kickers they've had.
Yeah.
So he was also good in college too. I think he won 2 national championships in college and 3 with the Patriots. Obviously, 2015.
in college, was he a
2017.
head coach,
No, he was a coordinator as well in college. So
offensive coordinator?
yeah, no, not an offensive coordinator. He was a special teams coordinator in college. Yeah,
I think we can give him a chance. I mean,
Yeah,
I would rather take him.
You have no choice.
than
Right.
Jason Garrett.
Sign him.
Like,
and
give
the
him- but
thing
no,
is,
but
he sounds well spoken.
he sounds very like he has.
He can
a
speak
very
English. Y'all
good-
gonna hire someone that speaks English well?
He has a very good. I think being under the Belichick system
Right.
for so long, I think that we want a little bit of that pedigree for our team. I think that whoever else was on the chopping block or whoever else is available, I don't think would have been a good fit.
I wanted Ron Rivera though personally, but he went to Washington.
yeah.
But I personally wanted Ron Rivera, bro.
I think he would
I
have
like
been a
Ron
good
Rivera.
fit for the Giants.
and
too.
then when we didn't get him, I was like, okay, Mike McCarthy.
I thought Mike McCarthy should have went to your team.
That's what I
Mike
thought,
McCarthy
too.
was not going to go to the Giants.
He wasn't.
He wasn't, but the thing about it, I thought he would have been great for DJ.
Yeah.
But the thing about that, what Mike McCarthy is, he would have been great for DJ. He wouldn't have been great for Saquon because Mike McCarthy has a reputation of not utilizing his running backs
At
really
all.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Packers fans personally who've told me that shit. So
So as we move forward, there were tons of staff changes, but that was the one I kind of really wanted to touch on. Tom Brady, and before we get to Tom Brady, we're gonna talk about the lack of black coaches.
Doesn't exist. It's
And-
fucking bullshit.
and the Rooney Rule.
Fuck
and
the
a little
Rooney
bit-
Rule. It's
Would
a
you-
nice try. It doesn't fucking exist. It's stupid, but it's smart at the same time.
Right.
Shout out to the to Rooney. Shout out to the
Yes.
shout out to the Steelers.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Shout out to the Steelers. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I jumped gun, but this
No.
shit this shit is true.
No, I wanted to talk about it a little bit later on, but since we're on it and
we here
and-
now.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
already here.
we
Yeah,
here.
we're already here. We're already here.
No, because okay, the Rooney Rule basically is you have to make sure that a person of color gets interviewed for the job. Now, there's a way of getting around it. You get somebody on your staff for interview the job.
Right. All you have to do is upgrade them.
Upgrade them. It could be, I don't know the details of it, but it sounds like I can get the janitor who's black. Hey, you want this job? I'm not going to give you the job.
but
You got to interview.
You got to interview for it. Hey, we just interviewed a black guy. We're good. We passed our test. If you look at the people who just got hired, and just get an idea of it, it's people who've been in around the game before, one, and also people with relationships.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things my mom has ever told me, not my mom, my uncle, is not your net worth, it's your network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to get you paid.
Right.
Everybody that you just said, you talked about who the Giants has hired. Somebody with Belichick pedigree, been around the game about Mike McCartney, Ron Rivera. These are people with resumes who's been given chances to do things, and they must know people within the different organizations to get the chance. Now, since the league has been around, like 1920, I could be wrong. Larry, explain, change it for me if I'm wrong. There's only been about 21 black head coaches.
You were close. 1919.
1919. 21 black head coaches. Most of them don't even have more than 3 seasons on their resume.
That's true.
And it's only one. That's the longest tenured black coach right now, and it's
Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
From the Steelers, who their former owner came up with the rule.
Mm-hmm.
The rule is a great idea.
In theory.
In theory.
And
But in
he holds
practice-
weight though. The Steelers, a lot of people don't know because he's never like in the fucking forefront like Jerry Jones, you know. But the Steelers owner, he holds weight, bro.
He holds a lot of
He
weight.
holds weight,
And the,
bro.
and the mere fact that
his name ring bells, bro.
that you have him and you have a black quarterback as your black head coach,
yeah.
and who does a very good job. They did pretty well this season without having basically
Nobody.
anybody.
He hasn't had a losing season.
Yeah.
Like
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
had a losing
So
season.
it just shows that we can do this. The other bad example was when we had Cincinnati Bengals and we had a black quarterback there, a black, I keep saying black head coach,
Marvin Lewis.
Marvin Lewis. This motherfucker.
He went.
He should have been.
He should have been fired.
He was the Jason Garrett.
But I
he was the
feel
black
that,
Jason
but
Garrett.
you know, when you talk about racial disparity, though, I do feel like with the 5 black coaches that were fired in one season, I feel like they're given a lesser chance to turn a team around.
Exactly. This, which is.
than Jason Garrett. Like Jason Garrett fucked the Cowboys for years.
But the thing
And
about
it
it,
took
it
him
goes
years.
back to what I said though. It's
Yeah.
about you being part of the boys.
Yeah.
The boys. Club.
There's
Yeah.
no black owners in the NFL,
No.
and there's not a lot of black executives. So if you're not in part of that boys club, you're not gonna be taken care of like that.
Right. That's
And then
true.
you looked at like, because remember how long it took for black quarterbacks to get somewhere because they thought black quarterbacks weren't smart enough for the NFL to
Right.
handle the playbook.
There was always a ceiling for them.
There was always that ceiling. Oh, they put them at a more of a wide receiver, running back. Yes, we run fast, but we're also smart. Now we're smart and we run fast. You have Lamar Jackson.
Right.
You have the Deshaun Watson. We can run, but we can also throw the ball.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? The Rooney Rule is a great in theory, like you guys just said, but I just think that it needs to be improved on because majority of the players who play for you are what, guys? Black.
Black. 75% of the league of the NFL is black.
So why don't we have more leadership that's black?
That's true.
Give these people the chances of doing that because, like you just said, we don't get the chance to turn teams around.
No.
Right? No.
You get 2 seasons, you get fired, except for Marvin Lewis. I'm gonna bring him up.
There's always an exception to
There's
that.
exceptions to every rule, but it's
should
except for
go.
that. And the Rooney Rule has always been like this is some bullshit because people get fired left and right, and then it's never a race thing for me. But sometimes things are just blatantly obvious.
Right. Right. You don't want to throw the race card in every
Yeah, 'cause
disparity.
Then
'cause
it's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
But this is blatantly
when
obvious.
it's
This is
obvious.
This is
yeah.
obvious. It's a racial disparity problem in the NFL when it comes to leadership, when it comes to coaches. And if you don't, you wouldn't know unless you give somebody a fair chance.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like Tomlin had a fair chance, and look what he did with the team.
he has a Super Bowl ring,
Yeah.
and the team wins. He's a phenomenal coach. He dealt with AB. You gotta give him props
But AB wasn't a problem until the last season or two.
because they gave him money.
Yeah.
But as we continue on,
Yep.
we can skip over Tom Brady because
The GOAT.
we can skip over
That
the
nigga
GOAT.
disrespectful.
We can skip over the GOAT because I'm sure he's gonna play again this next year.
Yeah.
He's already
It's-
confirmed it.
It's just it depends on who, and we can. I think
His contract is over.
yes.
Yeah. He's
I'll put up a poll inside on in the group chat to see where do you think he will be playing next. So as we continue on, we're gonna jump into the NBA real quick.
Yes, sir.
So Kendrick Perkins and Kevin Durant had an interesting Twitter exchange the other day.
I loved it.
And
I didn't see.
It was some wrestling shit.
on a
I
weird-
loved
it was.
it.
You
It was
gotta-
like promos back and
And
forth. Yeah.
You gotta
It
read
started
bro.
when Kendrick Perkins said, "I'll be on SportsCenter in 30 minutes to talk about the best Thunder player ever, aka Mr. Thunder, Russell Westbrook." And of course, KD felt a way about it. But here's my thing on it, and again, it will be posted inside the group chat and on the Instagram page for those who haven't seen it yet. Here's my thing. And Chauncey Billups brought this up on the Jump Does It yesterday. So you're going back and forth with somebody who you was in the trenches with. That is your teammate or stuff. You're going back and forth with somebody you've won and you've lost with, but You let someone who's not even in the game convince your argument. They let a random fan pretty much start them up and arguing. And that's my problem. And that's where I agree with Chauncey Billups in terms of having, OGs and everything like that. Because it's two separate conversations here. Russell Westbrook is the best Oklahoma City Thunder player to ever put on the Thunder uniform for that franchise.
Should be no argument there.
A better player overall? Absolutely Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I think Perkins should have explained during the Twitter beef.
But Perkins wasn't going to do that.
Why would I do that? Why would he do that? Listen.
So it wouldn't escalate to the point where...
No, you want it to escalate. You know who Kendrick Perkins is now? He's an analysis on ESPN. You want that smoke. You want that heat on you because now your Twitter's on fire.
Yeah.
You just put... And you know what? Kevin Durant's a dumbass. You fell right into the trap.
He did.
You fell right into the trap, dumbass. You big old dumbass.
You big dummy.
Like, he fell right into the trap. Like, it is what it is. Russell put that team on his back and said, yo, I'm getting triple doubles. Granted, he ain't the best player to play with.
No, he's not.
But he did his thing, and he is the greatest player to ever put an OKC jersey on.
I agree.
Then comes Gary Payton. But then it's really like Seattle. But I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, it still counts. Same
It still counts? Okay, yeah.
What about Sean Kemp, though?
No.
For real?
No.
The greatest baby maker.
Right.
Sean Kemp was...
And he's a hot boy. He did a lot of hot boy shit and got himself in trouble, which is why people barely acknowledge Sean Kemp's existence. Anytime I think of Sean Kemp, I just think about dunks. I don't think about.
It's
what
always
he
a
did for
generational
Seattle.
difference because I was like,
I get what you're. I get what you're saying.
It's a different vibe.
For me watching, like getting a chance to watch watch back Sean Kemp stuff.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have been the same player without Gary Payton.
But it was the original Lob City, baby.
Right, he wouldn't have been the same player. Now Gary Payton without Sean Kemp, Gary Payton was still a dog. Regardless,
The glove. Gay ass fucking nickname.
Sean Kemp was. Sean Kemp was.
You tell Gary Payton that's his face.
He old now, so I could probably take him. But he might have grown man strength though.
Right.
That's different. That's different.
Grown man strengths and mother strengths are just two of the greatest strengths of all time.
Now, you ever like shake your 50-year-old uncle's hand at the cookout, bro?
Like,
Hey, young blood. Oh. Why are you breaking my hand? Why are you breaking my hand?
Hell yeah.
my mother is like Captain Falcon. Like if she ever got mad at me,
My mom hip tossed me once.
Oh, that's what's up.
I caught my mom swung at me, and by instinct, I put my hand up, and I caught her hand, and she was like,
"Oh, black mother."
She gave me the look, and I'm just
that.
like, "Oh my god, no!"
They think you want to fight.
Well
Oh,
out.
you want to fight?
They tell the whole family that you attacked them.
My mom threw herself on the floor. Like I caught her hand and she like let go and she threw herself on the floor. Oh, so you want to attack me? So you trying to hit me?
She took a bump, bro.
Yeah, she took a bump. Like she flopped. Like she like Chris Chris Paul. Like she dead ass flopped on the floor and I was like, yo, get up.
Yeah, it's not like this.
Told the whole family that you hit her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
So a bit of a segment I am introducing now. It's not on the run sheet, but it is called "If the Playoffs Started Today."
Oh.
So, if the NBA playoffs started today, our matchups in the East will be the Bucks versus the Nets, 1 versus 8. Heat versus the Magic, little Florida showdown. The Pacers versus the Celtics, and the Raptors in a rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals against the 76ers. Out of those matchups, which ones do you sound more
Well, I like
sound more intriguing?
Raptors and Sixers, obviously,
Yeah.
but I don't think the Sixers stay in fifth, obviously. But the segment is called "If the Playoffs Started Today."
Yeah.
So I got the Sixers there, but that's gonna be competitive. There, that one is gonna be competitive. Obviously, I'm sticking with my overall, Milwaukee and Sixers ended it all in the Eastern Finals. So, but that's good.
Sir Wilkins?
The most interesting matchup you're saying?
Would be if the playoffs started today.
All them are trash except for Sixers and Raptors.
That's what I was
That's like
trash.
that's like nobody cares about anything on that thing.
Bro, Milwaukee 4 and out, bro. Against the Nets, Brooklyn.
Yeah, maybe they might pull an upset on one game, but nah,
One game.
No upsets.
but it's not gonna happen.
Not
One
an
game.
upset, bro.
That
No.
would be
And
it.
I still
Not a gentleman's sweep, a
No
sweep
upsets,
sweep.
bro.
I also still don't like. I'm still iffy about Kyrie on the team.
Yeah.
I'm still a little iffy about, and that's not because of his physical play. It's always mental play.
Listen, if Larry wasn't here, Kyrie Irving would have got my "Are you kidding me, bro?" moment of the week.
I can see why.
Seriously, he would have gotten it, and he's slated to play.
You're the moderator. Go ahead, man. Talk about it.
He's slated to now. As a moderator, still got to keep the time. We still got more stuff to get into.
Yeah.
So Tavia, if the playoffs started today, who is your most intriguing Eastern matchup?
It would have to be Raptors Sixers. I don't care about any of those other teams anymore. Like, I don't think anybody else is gonna be like the superhero of the Eastern Conference. To be honest with you,
I get you. Well, for me personally, Celtics Pacers. And
that was my second
And
one, bro.
here is why. You know what you're gonna get from every team outside of the 6 and the 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics have been playing great, despite injuries, despite everything. Like their team basically losing probably one of the better point guards in the league. It's still like they're playing together now. Yeah. And then the Pacers, come on, who thought the Pacers would be staying afloat? Without Victor Oladipo.
I didn't think Miami was gonna be this good.
Nobody thought Miami was gonna be this good.
Yeah, bro.
all right. The Heat surprises me, but
Yeah. So if we started on the West, if the playoffs started today, Lakers, Grizzlies, Thunder, Nuggets, Mavs, Clippers, Jazz, Rockets. I'm gonna say for one, honestly, Thunder and the Nuggets. Because originally it would have been Rockets, Mavericks a couple days ago. Well, yesterday. But the Lakers beat the Mavericks and dropped them down a little bit. So I'm going to say Nuggets, Thunder. Because the Thunder have been playing out of this world. They basically have the best record within the last 20 games.
Right. I'm going to go Clippers.
Clippers.
And Mavericks, bro.
Ooh.
Clippers and Dallas. That's a good one. Clippers impress me, bro. They've shown that they've had the Lakers number all season.
But they barely lost to the Knicks. They barely beat the Knicks.
I mean,
They didn't take them seriously.
That's what you. But you're a championship caliber team. You should take every team seriously.
everybody
right?
has an off night though. It happens.
They've had plenty.
You giving the Knicks too much props, bro.
I'm not giving the Knicks too much props. I'm
a Knicks fan.
I'm
I
giving the
never give
Clippers
them
too
props,
much
bro.
shit. I'm giving so much shit.
I'm a Knicks fan. I haven't in my entire adult life been proud of the fucking Knicks, bro.
There was a time.
Hell, fuck that. I can say that
2011,
about
2012.
No, I can say that about all my other sports teams. In my adult life, there's been a time I'm like, yeah, but never the Knicks. Knicks is just like.
I can't even stomach to watch them anymore.
But you know what?
My dad has season tickets, and I can't even like.
This ain't about the Knicks. We
season
talking
tickets.
about.
Like, yeah.
We talking about playoffs teams, bro.
Well,
we'll
Knicks
sit
in the
here-
playoffs never.
We'll
like,
sit here and be depressed the whole time
I
when we
know, I
start
can't
talking
even
about
do
the
that.
Knicks. But
Yeah.
Tavia, quick
What
take.
up?
Who would be your matchup? Your matchup to look out for?
I'll go with you too. The Nuggets Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilkins.
Nuggets. We talk about Clippers and Mavericks, B. Luka out here on the streets.
I think with that, I think you know why I don't look forward to that because they're gonna treat Kawhi and Paul George are gonna treat Luka like Jordan Pippen treated Tony Kukoc in the Olympics.
Oh man,
They're gonna take turns guarding.
Now,
this nigga, bro.
the mere
Hey,
fact that Luka was like it's easier to score in America than back home.
yeah, he put a
It's
target.
gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But he has a target on his back already, and he's still busting ass.
Yeah.
Luka's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten that much hype though.
because his team.
Well, I was giving him hype.
And he's second in the front court in All-Star voting right now.
He should be.
So he's probably going to start the All-Star game. for sure.
He needs to, and then he's gonna be the new white hope for the NBA.
Yeah,
They've been searching for him for years.
yeah. He could potentially be our Larry Bird. Just without.
I wouldn't be mad about that. I like homie.
He could be.
Nah.
Hey.
Nah.
She said, nah.
Nah. Sorry. No. No.
I don't
Sorry.
know. He
Maybe
could.
Jason Williams.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
Wow, that's OD.
First of all, they have totally different swags.
I'm just saying.
White chocolate was nowhere near.
When you said Great White Hope, the first thing I thought of was Jason Williams.
That's
No,
incredibly
the Great White Hope.
disrespectful,
Great
Tavy.
White
I'm
Hope
sorry.
was Larry
I had to
Bird.
put that disrespect there. I'm sorry.
OD disrespect.
Even though
Right.
Jason Williams, I liked him growing up.
His handle was out of control.
I
but
didn't like. I liked
Nah, he
Jason
was.
Williams growing up, but at the end of the day, Jason Williams not gonna win you a championship.
Not at all. That's why they replaced him
Yeah.
with Mike Bibby.
But Luca
Right.
is.
Yeah,
Luka could one day.
Who he gonna win the championship for?
he could win for the Mavericks
With who?
eventually.
Against who?
Eventually.
Eventually,
Eventually. Okay.
They
Eventually.
need
They gonna beat the Rock. They gonna beat the Rockets.
The Mavericks.
Y'all sound like
The Mavericks
Knicks
need a point
fans.
guard. The Mavericks need a true point
They need
guard.
somebody to control the floor. At
That's
the one.
the problem because Luka is playing like street ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I get
He
you.
literally
eventually,
is,
He's
eventually
playing
whatever.
street ball like
They need
he's
points.
he's playing like playground shit.
Yeah.
Like Jason Williams. But anyway, next.
So, Larry, your "Are you kidding me, bro?" moment of the week.
All right, whew, boy, man. I got actually, all right. So the Buffalo Bills and Houston Texans game, when Buffalo's beating the shit out of Houston the first half, that was a tale of two halves. The very end of the game, that game went into overtime. Houston Texans is driving down the field. Deshaun Watson drops back. He gets rushed. He gets hurried. Two Buffalo defenders grab him. Shaq Lawson could have drove him into the ground like he was supposed to. But what he didn't do was wrap up. Why didn't he wrap up? Because he was afraid to get a roughing the passer call. One of these bullshit roughing the passer calls. So they hit him, but they pull back. Deshaun Watson winds up slipping away and throwing a 33-yard pass to get them into scoring range. This whole protecting the quarterback, soft-ass bullshit, every time you fucking sack a quarterback is roughing the passer, is handcuffing the defenses. I was embarrassed and upset watching that fucking game because Shaq Lawson could have drove his ass into the fucking ground, but he's afraid to get a roughing the passer call and, hurt his defense in crunch time and overtime. This shit is bullshit. Make football again, man. That's my "Are you kidding me" fucking moment of the week, man. Fuck.
And a new debuting.
I'm hot, bro. That shit made me mad again, son.
And our other debuting segment, Tavia's This Day in Sports History.
I'm gonna keep it brief. Today makes the 27th anniversary of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, yeah.
It debuted on January 11th, 1993.
Yeah.
Remember when it was an hour long?
It was only an
God.
hour long. Hell yeah.
I remember when it used to come on
Now-
only at 9:45.
Now it's 6 hours long.
They remember it started
those
8:57.
checks, son.
8:57.
It's them checks, B.
And then they made it
corporate checks.
7:57. They had a
Sponsors.
commercial with the plane, and then that was cool.
Icon Pro. All that
Ico
other
Pro
good-
and
Icon-
Shawn Michaels and Undertaker were on that card.
Yeah.
The first one, the first Raw.
Yes. Sir Wilkins, you will take Sir Wilkins MVP of this week.
So MVP of this week.
Yes.
MVP of the week. Who do you think I think is the MVP of this week?
Yeah,
Is that what we're going for?
Yeah.
that's what we're going for.
Okay. The Cowboys.
The boys.
As an Eagles fan, I can gladly say this. Jerry Jones of the Cowboys is the MVP of the week because
Finally did it.
He finally did it. You know what this was? It was a relationship. A toxic relationship
Yep.
that you stayed in for so long because at the end of the day, you thought things were going to get better. And I'm pretty sure Jason Garrett's in his office after every season like, yo, this isn't my fault. It was somebody else's fault. It was T.O.'s fault.
It was Dez.
It was Daz's fault.
It was Romo.
Romo
It was Romo because Romo went on a vacation with Jessica Simpson out here with his
that was a
fucking
big
nice ass
deal.
golf socks on. It was not my fault. You know,
It was Zeke's fault.
it was Zeke's fault.
It was Dak's
Because
fault.
Zeke is getting in trouble with the law.
Yeah, he was
Even though
suspended.
Zeke is putting up so many fucking numbers. And you know, Dak is not a real So get me something else. Get me more options. Get me more weapons. And he got him. One of the best offensive lines in the league.
Give us that O-line. Please give us that
One of the
fucking O-line,
best.
bro.
That O-line is ridiculous.
Jesus.
You have one of
It
the
is.
best
It is.
running backs in the league.
Yep, top 3, top 4.
You paid your wide receiver, who was about to leave, and Dak is not great. I don't think Dak is a great quarterback. I think he's one of those quarterbacks that is like Alex Smith. You put him in the system, he'll take care of it. He won't turn the ball over. He'll get you down the field. You need weapons around him, and that's about it.
Okay,
okay.
I'll give you that.
He's one of those types of quarterbacks where it's like he's in the middle of the pack, but sometimes edges to the top. And you ain't do shit. You should have demolished my Eagles a couple times. You ain't do shit. But Jerry picked his balls up, tucked it back up, took his dick and put it on the table and said, Jerry, you
Oh
got
my
to
God.
He said, Jason, you got to go.
Yeah.
Jason, you got to go. And you got to give Jerry Jones MVP of the week because he's looking at the future now. And the head coach that he got is amazing. I don't care what nobody says. Yes, him and Aaron Rodgers didn't get along, but you know what? He has a Super Bowl ring.
It's gonna be interesting to see this union between Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones, how this works out, because Jerry Jones is known for have you ever seen any other owner making post game interviews, bro?
No,
Exactly.
Not really, no.
He loves
Jerry Jones.
but the thing about it, Mike doesn't want the spotlight.
Yeah, but Jerry Jones might as well just fucking be the head coach now.
Yes, but
because
he just wants to
this
talk.
He
motherfucker
needs to sit down
He,
somewhere.
he just wants to,
retire.
he just wants to talk.
He needs to
He
retire.
just wants to talk.
They always interviewing him. They hardly interviewed Jason Garrett. They always interview Jerry Jones.
I think with the Cowboys, we probably would need to dedicate a full episode to talking about how Jerry Jones
That's a fact, bro.
it like pretty much is the diva. And
He
wants
needs to
be
sit
in the
down.
front.
But that diva stuff has made them one of the most valuable teams in the league.
True that.
And they're considered America's team. Even though they're not even winning games.
They're still
But people
America's
still
team.
talk about them because look at it. Every season, what teams are talked about?
Cowboys and Patriots.
And Giants, because Giants is in a major market.
Yeah.
Every season, doesn't even matter how many seasons that has been that they lose. They're still being talked about
Yeah,
greatly.
people live in the heyday of the '90s, though. They still riding off the Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders time.
Yeah.
That's
And
when they were
Attitude Eras.
dubbed.
Right.
Yeah, that's when they were
The
dubbed
Attitude
America's
Era.
team.
Well, as we wrap this thing up, thank you, Sir Wilkins, for joining us today. Thank you for filling in for Matt. Once again, happy birthday to Matt's pops. You can follow us on the Yerr Sports Show Instagram page at Yerr Sports Show.
Yeah.
Follow our Facebook group, the Yerr Sports Show group page. Follow Sir Wilkins and all his escapades on the Jabba Tiz podcast, as well as his personal Instagram, Sir Wilkins.
SIR_Wilkins. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it.
One quick shout out to Mr. Joakim Morales of Battle Club Pro.
Nice.
He had a wonderful show. This is Monday, about a week and a half ago in New Jersey, where our own Sir Wilkins shared the ring with the All-Father, Mr. Darius Carter. But that story is yet to be finished being told. So, for the living legend, one word, Mr. Larry Morgan. For Sir Wilkins of the Jabba Tiz podcast. For the Queen, Miss Tavia Regina. It is me, Big Baby, a.k.a. the Soul of R&B, and we're out.
Little Limitless.
Little Limitless. I forgot about that.
So this happened. Big Swole spoke about it.
Oh, shit.
So her first tweet was, light on the social media. People are entitled to deal with this how they want. I just want the world to know the last part of the story. La Rosa, which is the one that got spit in the face. And I decided that this needed to be dealt with. A conversation needed to happen because this was getting intense over the years. As a black woman, this sickened me that this happened to a friend of mine. We have been dealing with this since it happened and is just now finding. So since we telling stories, Big Swole's turn. Why is she so charismatic?
I love her.
I won't speak on all the stories, but the one about La Rosa, I know personally. This past year at Brett WrestleCade, I spoke to her about this and about hashing it out with Tessa. I've spoken to Tessa as well after talking with. That's it. That's all I got so far. So let's see. Let me go on Big Swole's IG page.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Twitter. Loki got these niggas hot.
Yeah. This shit is gonna go on through the night, bro. Oh yeah. Into the morning, into the wee hours of the morning. Bro.
Right.
Trust me on that.
When women get into Twitter wars, we don't stop because we always have to have the last word.
Hey, guess what? A lot of men the same way. let's not think that's just a woman thing. A lot of men the same exact way.
How do you think it went?
Well, we're still long-winded, but most of this week was an NFL week anyway, so that's why I was kind of like,
Yeah.
go through everything else.
This does look like a 2-hour episode though, or at least an hour and a half.
No, this particular episode probably was.
No, this was an hour, but I'm talking about the script.
The script could have been.
Looks like it could have been an hour and a half.
Yeah, because there's so many different. Because we're an all-around sports show, so it's like when you talk about top-level news, shit happens almost every day.
Yeah.
So.
And like we need Dre to be that moderator to keep us back on track because we tend to rant. We tend to like.
I tried to be very short this week. So
Yeah.
you have to give it to me.
No,
I didn't go in.
So y'all paid for 1 hour, which is 40, and then I still have Larry's and what's his first Matthews 20. So it's for another hour.
You want to put this in next week?
Hmm?
You want to keep recording?
No. I was saying you can record next week because the money's already there. So you guys don't have to send me anything. If you only want to do an hour next week again, it's up to y'all. So the money's already there, so you got to send me anything because they already paid for an hour.
Okay.
So that's why I said, oh, you gave me the 20. Cool. Because the thing about it, you wanted to do like 30 minutes, like prep, whatever.
Yeah.
You can do that shit outside. I'm not gonna fucking
that's
pay for another
that's
hour.
not-
No, I wasn't saying paying for that.
No. I'm just saying, but like because you can't do an hour and a half. You're gonna do like an hour blocks.
Hour interviews.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to?
Or just y'all want to switch to 2 hour show?
We can do it. We can do an hour 45 or hour and a half. Just.
You don't think that's too long?
I think this because all right. So we didn't do. We skipped Tom Brady.
And we skipped the
We
wrestling.
skipped trade rumors. We skipped games to look out for. We skipped Shaq says he and Kobe could beat LeBron and AD. We skipped Miami Heat 3-day celebration. We skipped NHL. We skipped pro wrestling. CM Punk, Miz, Feud Online, WrestleMania 36 card, Jobber Tears. Well, we talked about that a little bit. So
But the thing is, the job it is, you guys cover a lot of that.
I think honestly speaking, people who listen to podcasts listen to hour plus. And when it comes to sports, people are willing to listen to more than 1 hour. I get what you're saying because you're trying to get people to just listen and move on, which is sometimes good. But when like if it was YouTube, I would say hour less, 45 minutes the most. But when it's listening, you gotta think about it. I'm in my whip. Because you can pause. I'll pause it. I get back to work. I toss it on. I got an 8-hour day because most people work desk jobs.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. I listen to like something to wrestle with while I'm like working flights, and it'd be like 3 hours long.
Yeah, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, it depends. Let me tell you something. It really
That Edge
depends
episode's 5
because
hours,
people, I know from me and a lot of people who I know, they start losing interest after like the 47, 48 minute mark. So your true dedicated people are listening that whole time.
But the thing about it, you want those because they're gonna tell other people. The only reason why I say that is because I look at like the industry in general. The more successful podcasts, they're all like an hour and a half to 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, you want to show the personalities. The thing about it, you had to hold back. You don't want that.
No, I had to because I wanted to make sure that
You got to
We
do
have
everything,
time,
but
yeah.
you don't want that. And the thing about it isn't like we're only talking about basketball.
Right.
You're only talking about football. You're talking about literally all four major sports and wrestling.
And wrestling,
Wrestling doesn't have to really be talked about because we do it on the job of tiers.
yeah, but I'm saying like just top level shit.
But it's top level, but it's still like there's so much being talked about on these. Yeah. There's so much being talked about